Welcome to Fen Tour. I'm off on the GS to get the fork recall. I'll show you a little bit more later on. Beautiful day, so I'm looking forward to the ride. I'm going to combine it with this, the Rutland TT. Let's see how we get on. So to get this fork recall, I'm heading to Balderstons in Peterborough, and as I just showed you on the map, in the tank bag, I'm going to attempt the Rutland TT afterwards, as it's nearby. So here we are, arriving at Balderstons Motorcycles. So this is the bit that they're going to modify. I'm just going to put a ring across the this area. We'll see what it looks like after it's been done. Okay, and the finished job, modified forks with this sleeve that should keep them secure. So what on earth am I doing on a dual carriageway? I wouldn't normally take such roads, would I? No. I'm heading from Balderstons Motorcycles across to the start of the Rutland TT. I could have taken a prettier route, but I decided to stop. And the stop happens to be just on the A1. It's Ducati motorcycle dealer. Why not, eh? What a fantastic building. Art Deco. It's of the GS over here. I've just turned off the A1 after an interesting look around the Ducati showroom, and just up here is the start of my starting point of the Rutland TT. So what I'm going to do is get onto the course. Here it is, and if possible shortly find somewhere to pull over and show you the route. Well, this is the life. Beautiful spring sunshine, 21 degrees, and the Rutland TT to enjoy. Now let's just show you on the tank bag the route. So here on the tank bag I have my map. Let me show you the book that this is part of. So here are the pages. This is a book called A Biker's Britain by Simon Weir. There's some great rides in here. You don't always have to follow them exactly, but today I'm going to try to. I've already gone from just here on the A1. I'm now at this spot here. I'll actually say the village. I'm going to head up towards Grantham, Melton Mobray, see if we can find a pork pie shop, towards Market Harbour, and back up. So the perfect weather for it. This ride and many of the rides in this book and many rides by other people are available on their website called motogoloco.co.uk. The link below, and then you can download them onto your sat nav, which over here, not turned on. I've got the route in there, so let's see if it takes me the correct way. Right, time to get back on the bike. Bit warm, I think I could just sit here all day. I've been a little while setting up the cameras and the sat nav. Now this isn't the Rutland TT just here. This is a little village just off, just somewhere to stop and set my bits and pieces up, cameras, show you the map and the book. What a quaint place. Don't even know what it's called. Right, here we are. This is, I'm back on the Rutland TT. And you can see, beautiful day. A lot of these roads I've not ridden before. I've certainly never been on this road before, despite it being not that far from the fens. So far, so good. So one of the things I like to do is to look at maps and work out routes, whether it's motorcycling, whether it's going to buzz a lot under those pylons, no doubt, it normally does. Work out routes on the Ordnance Survey map. Look at ordnancesurvey.com. It's a great, well, the best way for me in the UK to really get a feeling for what roads are going to be like, rather than using Google. And so this map, this route is not being designed by me at all. I'm literally just following the sat nav, the map on the handlebars or on the tank bag here. There we go. Doesn't matter how many lights you have, people pull out. This looks an interesting little bridge. How quaint. So far there's not too much traffic, which is positive. It's just that week or two of the year now where the buds on the trees are coming out, so some are getting quite green, some are still got that very autumnal look. Again, today I'm using the GoPro on the Karma grip and also one on the helmet. I did think about mounting the one on the helmet on the bike somewhere, but couldn't really think of a good spot. The Karma grip looking through the screen doesn't always give the best view of the road, so I think hopefully you'll enjoy me switching between the two. Filming at 1080p today, not 4K that I often film at, just simply to try and make the batteries last longer, because at 4K certainly the GoPro Hero 5 session will eat the battery in about an hour on 4K, so it doesn't last too long, and those that are aware will know that it doesn't have batteries that can be exchanged, so once it's gone you need to recharge the camera for a decent period of time. So I thought I'd run at 1080p, but then most bloggers, vloggers, whatever, do that. I've got the suspension set to dynamic on the GS, so it's a slightly firmer ride. I do love the road setting, the comfortable road setting on this bike. But a little bit harsher ride I thought could be worth it for that little bit better stability in corners. We are onto the East Coast main line. Train heading south there towards London. Certainly some attractive villages on this road. clear. So whilst riding the Rutland TT, I really want to give you guys an update on the R1200GS Rallye. After 4,000 plus miles since I purchased last year, some of the feedback of this bike. We'll stop at some point and go through some of the features, but one of the first things I really love about this machine is the quick shifter. So it may be a bike that can do everything, which it really can do everything, but it really does make life easier not having to use the clutch. You can concentrate on riding, balancing into a corner, and just tap the gears down. It really does do it really well. So going down the gears, going up the gears makes it very easy. The bike's more stable under acceleration than using a clutch if you're looking to rapidly overtake something. So that's a really super feature. The other bit I really like is the linked brakes. So when you're using the front brake lever, it actually works the back rear brake as well. So you can just concentrate again, just using the front brake, and you know the bike's going to automatically balance between the two and make sure you have a good mix. So where we are now, this is Corby Glen. There's a pub. Now I have to decide what I'm going to do for lunch today. I don't think I shall stop yet, a little bit early. Actually, I haven't properly had breakfast, to be honest. So I'm now north of Corby Glen. And this looks quite interesting. As you can tell, I'm quite careful around corners compared to some bike riders. Well, careful, slow. Slow round corners compared to some riders, or most riders probably. But it's still enjoyable. Just taking these sweeping bends carefully. Beautiful countryside too. Unfortunately, the nice weather is bringing the flies, so already I'm getting a few stuck on the visor, probably on the GoPro as well, so I apologise if there's a fly in your vision. Sort of catch-22, isn't it? Miserable weather, no good for bikes. Well, not so good for bikes. The perfect weather like today, and the flies, it's also perfect for them. Old Summerby, so the sat-nav says. I'm pretty impressed with this route so far, just down to the lack of, or the very little traffic at all on this road. I can see why the motorcycle press guys from Peterborough use these roads for testing purposes. It's really great when you've got such little traffic on the roads. Now it's probably not going to impress you to purchase a GS looking at my riding along here, because I'm slow, but believe me, this bike turns in beautifully into the corners. It just does everything so well. This road just goes on and on and on with beautiful corners. The tarmac's not in bad shape either. Not compared to the fen roads, that's for sure. So, not saying a lot because I'm concentrating. The next village, Old Summerby. On a pub. I can smell the beer. Smell of ale. Nice daffodil lined road here. Oh, looks like we've got a busier road ahead. Colsterworth and Stamford to the left. Now that was a fantastic road. Quiet. Really good. Thoroughly recommend that.
Unfortunately, this section from Colsterworth to Melton Mobray, the camera on the helmet decided not to record any sound. So I'm just using for playback here the chest camera, which did record some sound, just not my voice. I'm now overdubbing whilst relaxing with a cup of tea. Anyway, some great bends on this piece of road. Very enjoyable road, especially on such a beautiful day. Past a couple of very attractive pubs. But on my quest to arrive in Melton Mobray for lunch, I carried on. Again, due to flaky recording issues, I'm not very good at this, am I? Technical aspect of it. At Colsterworth, I stopped at Walsall Manor, which was the home, or the childhood home, the birthplace and childhood home of St Isaac Newton. There's an apple tree there, claimed to be the one. However, there's also, I believe, an apple tree in Botanical Gardens or somewhere in Cambridge. It's claimed to be the apple tree. Considering he was probably only 6 or 7 years old when he left Colsterworth, maybe he was a genius at childhood age with that apple bumping on his head. Good story though. Great place to visit. Now approaching Melton Mobray, town made famous by the pork pie. So I'm going to seek out the pork pie shop and try and find some lunch too.
Just parked here little parkland area. That is a place to have a cup of tea, pavilion cap, but I'm going to walk to the pork pie shop first. Here we go. Let's go in there first. Ye Old Pork Pie Shoppy. What we want. Sausage shop next door. Wonderful. Hot food. Game pie. Brilliant. Right. So what pie shall we get? Oh, there's lots more of that. The very famous Melton Mobray pork pies in hand, £4.95, cooked on the premises. So looking forward to having that maybe at the weekend. Now I'm looking for a coffee shop, coffee and cake. As recommended by the pork pie shop, Off the Beaten Path Coffee House. First thing that I really like is the paint, the colours. In fact, without that, would I have ordered one?